Good morning, everyone. I'm Corinne Caro here on Realty Connects Long Island with my co-hosts, Michael Ardolino and John Fitzgerald. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Great to see you.
Good to see you guys too. I'm ringing my red bell, and thank you for wearing red in support of the American Heart Association. Today is National Wear Red Day, and as you may or may not know, it is the #1 killer. Heart disease is the #1 killer in women. So thank you for wearing red in support of that. Last year I was the honoree, so
yes, that's right.
Congratulations.
So I have to spread the message.
Of course.
It's part of
great.
your job.
Yeah.
It's like passing the crown over.
Yes, to the new.
Yeah, so we're going to get right to business today.
Let's do that, sure.
Talk about some real estate, huh?
I know. We're kind of having we got to rev up because we have a big day today. Today you're donating to the Hans Family Foundation. We're going to be presenting a check. We're also going to discuss about how it is to be a real estate agent and how to become a real estate agent, not just a Realty Connect agent, but if they want to be an agent.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. That's what we're going to cover today.
And what's happening in the news?
Interesting. The rates have trickled down.
Just like you said they were going to.
And they won't stay there. So even with the weather being the way it is, people are out there looking at homes, listing their homes, pricing them well, and they're selling. So it's an interesting moment. We don't expect that it's going to stay down for very long.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. But it
You
is
guys
a good
are
thing.
You guys are like you have like a vision and a telepathy for what you guys could be like Nostradamus, real estate.
Yeah, okay.
Would be nice. Would be nice.
What should we play on the lotto?
The rates it's been pretty easy to track the rates based on what's been happening with the government and what they're doing with bonds and so on and so forth. So, but we didn't predict that it would go back down this rapid or this soon.
Right.
We were predicting just a gradual and constant increase. So it's a great time, obviously, for people to take advantage of that. And like Michael said, they're not going to stay
It's
down.
a momentary
Yeah.
thing, and it's a real gift.
Right.
So taking advantage of it for that short time it's going to be there, they should, because as we've been saying for months and months and months, almost a year, next year at this time, they will not be at all where they are now. So, that's just a quickie on the news.
If you were thinking of being an agent, now could not just be the right time to buy or sell, but maybe a job opportunity right? So what does that mean for people that are thinking about changing careers, or maybe they don't have a job right now? Is it all relative?
Yeah, it's a good point, actually. The professionalism in the industry has gotten better and better and better. And more people are seeking out a career in real estate. And I know we got a number of inquiries through the call-ins and emails of people who wanted to get an idea how they would get into real estate. So we thought we'd dedicate a little bit of the show today and just tell people what it's about, how to get into real estate. If they, people always say, I always liked dealing with people, or I liked houses, or I love that. So if you had that kind of an inclination or that kind of a desire, it isn't that difficult to get into the business.
Okay.
I'm not saying the business itself isn't difficult once you get in, but it can afford you a very, very good career.
What kind of people come from, what do you...
People come from all different walks of life.
Knew what I was going to say.
They really do. People come from all different walks of life. What we're finding, the agents that are going into the business, they're all different ages. What's interesting is watching the younger people that are stepping in.
Yeah.
They totally embrace the technology. They take full advantage of the technology. And so if you're coming from a tech field, or you're coming from somewhere that was marketing, or anything like that on the internet, let's say, and you wanted to make that leap into the real estate business, this is actually a good time to do that.
Are you trying to recruit me?
Absolutely. You make a great agent.
You already did this, though.
I know, that's how we met.
You bring up a very good point, because I've been doing this for quite a number of years.
So
really?
Started back in 1975, to be exact. So, and in the past, the real estate business was kind of a career that you fell into if everything else failed, or if you were retired, or if
it's changed,
do tell.
Yes.
It's changed.
Okay, I know.
So people who were retired and wanted something to do or make a little extra money were going into real estate. And then there were some people that were serious about it and had a career in it. But now, younger people, as Michael said, are finding out this is an ideal career and
Sure.
a great way to make a living and a great way to build a portfolio for yourself for retirement. And
Sure.
it's a serious professional career now.
And they're coming in at a younger age, and they are excited to be dealing with people. If they have good people skills, if they've ever sold anything,
Yeah.
they get the opportunity to be amongst their peers in a way they like to communicate. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I didn't mean to cut you off, Michael. I'm just so excited about the subject because it was something that when I was a kid, I used to watch those infomercials about how to make money and get rich fast. And it's not like that in the real world, but it is exciting and it can be very lucrative. And the one thing I did want to ask you is when you're a real estate agent, I mean, do you have to, I know you can manage your own time, but is it really like that 9 to 5 or, I mean, are most people working at night? I mean, I know you guys never stop working.
You need to be, well, it's like, it's a regular job, it's a regular career.
Okay.
You need to discipline your time, you
Sure.
need to discipline your schedule, you need to be doing dollar-producing activities all the time. And when you're not doing them, you need to be doing them around when the public doesn't need you, because the thing that's changed in our business is people want you 24/7. They send you a text, they want an answer. They
Sure.
want it within 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
And that has changed
that could
significantly.
that can own your career. The one
Yeah.
thing I can say in our industry, and I'll specifically speak to Realty Connect, we actually guide our agents and give our agents advice on how to have a life within the business.
Right.
And that's where our experience of being in the business for so many years and getting younger with the industry
Right.
ourselves,
Sure.
we stay relevant, we stay involved, and we
Obviously.
teach our younger agents like yourself
Right.
how to have a family,
Yes,
how
and
to
balance it.
incorporate that
That's
into your
great.
business. And I can say honestly, Realty Connect really makes a big effort on that.
Oh, absolutely. And we do a planning session with you when you join our company.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yes.
Okay.
Once you've joined the company, we'll get a plan going for your immediate business that you want to get going right away, but we're going to plan a 3 to 5 year plan for you and help you build a portfolio, whatever that might be for, maybe for a college fund for your kids, maybe to
Right.
buy some investment properties, so that we're building a career and a retirement portfolio at the same time. We take it very serious if someone entrusts their livelihood to us,
Okay.
that we make sure that we
So-
help them get where they want to be.
You have basically a file for every agent? And
Absolutely.
Wow. And you're recording what their goals were, and you always reflect back to that? Do you take the time to
They
meet
stay in
with them
touch with us.
individually?
Yeah.
And
They stay in touch with us.
That's really important.
We will meet with them one-on-one if that's...
right.
Yeah.
If that's the case, sure, that's great.
Quite often, once the relationship is there, like we text all the time and
Yeah.
we're staying in communication.
Yeah.
We talked about today's show. It's the same thing when
You're
it comes
doing
to
that with everybody.
Everybody.
Wow.
It's wonderful. And it's the way the industry is today, and
Mm-hmm.
it's where it's going. And then you have...
You know, it's interesting, because you brought that up, the way the industry is today. Quite frankly, the public, the consumers, our
Right.
clients are demanding the highest level of professionalism now. When they want to put their house on the
They're
market,
calling right now.
there's a call in right now.
actually
We'll
is.
answer
I
that
love
question in just a minute. But the consumer is demanding the highest level of professionalism.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can get around that anymore. You can't be a part-time agent. You can't be an almost agent. You can't be an uninformed or an uneducated agent. You have to be right on your game. You have to be 100% in what you're
So
doing.
let me drill into that a little bit.
Okay.
Years ago, in this area, having a team, like you have a whole team, there's a whole team of people around us right
Yes.
now to make this happen.
It doesn't seem that way, right? But
No.
Back in the day, you were an individual agent.
yes.
You went out, you worked, you did everything. You did the listing, you did
Made
the
the phone
brochures,
calls.
you did everything.
You threw a yellow book at me when I walked in the door.
You do everything.
Right.
Well, today the industry is moving in another
Really?
direction.
Okay.
So you have people that maybe have been in the business a long time, and they're forming a team right away.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a newer agent, you want to learn the business, so you come and you join a John or someone else that already has an ongoing business and an ongoing practice, and they begin to get you engaged in the marketplace based on what you like to do
Wow.
and what your passions may be.
I love that.
And it works, and
I
it works
really love
really
that.
well.
That's a really
And
good point, because people years
making all
ago,
these good points.
I know, and he keeps mentioning it.
years
like, giving
ago,
you
well,
kudos.
I've been doing this for so long, and years ago, when you went into a real estate office to get a job as an agent, basically they told you do this, do this, do this, and they told every agent the same thing: do this, do this, do this,
I know,
do this,
yeah,
do this, do
of
this.
course.
It's not like that.
And it's you have to
Wow.
do the things that you're passionate about, and the things that are going to make you successful. You
Sure.
can't tell everybody to do the same
do
thing.
the
So we design a program for each agent
Is
to
that-
work with them.
Is that what it's like at every company though? I mean, that you give the room to
Well, it's interesting
be
you say that.
imaginative
It's
and
interesting
creative?
you say
I mean,
that.
that's
So-
almost like marketing for yourself. And
Realty Connect is a unique model. It's
Okay.
a newer model.
Okay.
There are a few models like ours out in the country,
Mm-hmm.
and no, it's not the way it's done by the tried and true, more traditional companies.
Okay.
Not much different than the Daily Blue.
What we do
You're
here,
doing
sure.
things. You're not doing the same thing and trying to do it different.
Mm-hmm.
From the beginning, you said we're going to do new and different things.
Right.
Well, when we created Realty Connect USA, it was all about the agents and how do we create a company from the bottom up that gives the agent today what they need to do their job. And we created a level of communication where we work with them. They're our partners, whether they come to us and they've been in the business 30 years or they've been in the business 30 seconds.
Wow.
It's the same approach.
Wow.
And again, this sounds self-serving, but it's true. That's why we've grown so quickly, and the quality of the people we have is proving to be where the industry's going. So we're very
Yeah.
excited, and the people that come to the business, let me speak a little bit about the group that may come along that's a little older, and they're changing careers. Maybe they were in finance, or maybe they were in a teacher, or someone that's retiring. They have a whole sphere of influence. They're now semi-retired. They want to play tennis. They want to play golf. They want to be involved in, book clubs or whatever they're doing. Or they're younger like you and they have, children.
keep saying that.
Young
Yes.
children where you can do business from the soccer field, you can do business on the golf course.
Yeah.
It's all in
It's
front
there,
of us
right.
now.
There's a network, and you can tap into
some
that
of the best
network.
companies, which of course, like Apple, are known for giving that flexibility and creativity to their team. So it's just amazing that you've succeeded in doing so in an industry like real estate, where it's been known to be, pick up the phone and this is like what you have to do in order to be successful. That you
Well,
get
just-
that.
Just like you said, Realty Connect is a different model. It's
Right.
completely different than
It
any
is.
other model out there. And it's really important to us that the agents know, and they do, that this is generally their clients, their consumers' single largest investment of their lifetime that they're about to place into their hands. And they really have to be knowledgeable and make sure that they take care of that investment.
Sure.
So, and that's what's expected, and that's what we deliver. And that's the benefit of having the right team
around you.
And
Okay.
what's interesting, going back to all the years we've been in the business, we've always wanted to be respected. We always wanted to be a source where people came to really get information.
Right.
Well, in the last 3 years or so, it's actually happened.
Yes.
You need to have your A game all the time. You never know if you're going to bump into somebody in Starbucks or Stop and Shop or anywhere, and they're going to ask you a question about real estate. And the better agent's got it at their fingertips. The agent that can hit one button and say, "Oh yeah, that house you asked about, Corinne, it's right here. Take a look. I'm going to get my vegetables now. Give me the phone back when you're done." It gives you all the information and you walk away. Or you say, "Give me your phone for a second. I know you're rushing out the door. Your kids are hanging on your arm. Here's an app. Just look it up right there and walk away."
It's amazing.
It's empowering.
absolutely amazing.
It's empowering the consumer, and our model is empowering our agents so that it helps the consumer.
I couldn't help but to look at your phone, and I'm sorry, but the caller that was asking the question of you guys was about what are the first steps that you need to do to becoming an agent? Go to school or go to training? Can you answer that?
Exactly, yes. We can answer
Sorry.
that. It's pretty...
Looking at your phone,
it's- Believe it or not, it's not that difficult
Okay.
to get into the real estate business.
Okay.
You do have to go to school, and you have to take 75 hours of education
Really?
and pass a school test.
Like for a full week that you just go
You
into?
can do that.
Okay.
You can do it
2
in a
weeks,
week.
yeah.
Okay.
Depends how you do it. You can
I
do it
remember doing it on my
online.
vacation
You can
time
do it
for my other
online,
job.
you can do it
Oh,
at
really?
night online,
How
you can do it
convenient.
so many
Okay.
different ways. And once you've taken that school test and passed the school test, Then you make application to take the New York State licensing exam.
Okay.
Once you pass the New York State licensing exam, then that license would be sponsored by a broker,
Okay.
such as Realty
You need to
Connects.
So
affiliate
they
your
come
license.
to you and say, I'm thinking about getting my license, I'm going to school right now,
Right.
And we'll
Will you
sponsor
sponsor
them.
me?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll sponsor them.
and the next step,
The next step is the most important step. The
Okay.
next step is
bracing myself.
the education that you're going to get.
From
You're
the-
going to get the legal aspects of the business. You're going to get the paperwork and the technique of what you have to do, so to speak, as far as
lot of legal.
complying with rules and regulations. But the practical application of the business, that depends on the broker you get. The quicker you get
Really?
started in the business, the more you do in the business, the better off you are. In this business is based on the broker you choose to put your license with. They are not all the same.
And unfortunately,
And I
not.
want to get to that. Like, how do you choose a broker to associate yourself with?
well, here's
I
a
mean,
perfect example. You
I mean-
jokingly said,
Yes.
I came to a company and they handed me the yellow book.
Right.
If that happens, run.
Right.
Because that's not where business is coming from
Right.
today. When's the last time you opened the yellow book?
Oh,
Okay, I'm just using it as an example.
Absolutely, right.
You want to go to a company
Sure.
that is working, working to get you in front of the public and your sphere of influence, which you don't even understand yet because
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how many contacts you really have. You're someone that goes to CrossFit 3 days a week. You also then play, tennis once a week. And you're a mom and you're involved in lacrosse and soccer. Whoa, you got business all around you.
Yeah.
They're not going to automatically give Corinne or John or Michael business just
Right.
because we're wearing a badge today.
Right.
We have to slowly get involved and learn, because the way you approach your age is different than you approach his age. And they're all there. The grandfather's there at the
great
soccer
for you to
field,
recognize
and
that.
you're at the field on the soccer field. And you know what? I'm not going over it, and I'm not picking on you here, but I'm not going over to John and handing him my phone and saying, yeah, look at what you were looking for.
Right.
I'm going to do that with you.
okay.
With him, I'm going to say, you know what? What's a good time? I'll stop by. I'll give you all that paperwork you
So
want.
knowing your audience is very
And then
important
if he
always.
says to me,
I
oh, no,
don't know.
just-
I'm not
You
sure.
don't know.
No, I
You're not as
have an iPhone.
Right.
I was putting it, oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank
kidding.
you, Nostradamus.
I always make it clear he's older than me.
Yes, I know. You definitely
wait,
do.
where am I?
And I am younger than you.
Yeah, you're the youngest
Yes, I'm
one
the
here,
youngest.
yes.
Okay, so just to recap, they decide that they want to be an agent. And they say, wow, this looks like a great field that I could get into, especially right now with mortgage rates being low and foreclosures happening or the industry being hot. And they figure out that they say yes, right? That's the first step. I feel like it's like
Okay, they say yes, they get their license.
They go
now
to
they
school.
affiliate with a company.
Where can they get their license? Online, or is there a couple of
Well, their
different
license,
schools?
they'll have to. There's several schools.
Okay,
There's
so they
schools
can
all
Google
over.
that.
They can Google
Absolutely.
that.
Find it.
There's
Okay.
local
New York State
schools.
Real Estate School and Long Island Board of Realtors offers it.
Okay.
A lot of colleges offer this.
Oh, that's great.
The
'Cause
course
I
you can
remember
take
there was
it.
like one person that
There's
would
a,
go and get a
no, there's
license,
a
and I traveled
numerous
to Nassau
amount of
County.
locations
There's a
all
few.
over Long Island that you can.
That's great.
Plus
Okay,
to it
then
online.
they come and to you guys and they say, I want to be an agent, will you sponsor me? And you decide then if that person
it's a good fit.
If it's a good fit,
Yeah.
because that's important.
Yep.
It has to be a good fit for both us and that individual.
Sure.
I mean, they have to feel confident that we're going to be able to help them and inspire them to do
So
well.
let me
And
speak to
we
that.
have to feel confident that they're going to be a good fit for the company.
Sure.
Because the culture of the company is probably the most important thing. Just like you have a culture here
I
at Blue Chip,
totally
and
agree.
there's a camaraderie, there's people working together, there's people doing things for each other, and that's what makes it a success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have a culture at Realty Connect that's probably the most important thing to us, that
Mm-hmm.
everybody is working together, help each other to make the company successful. So we deliver the best possible product and service to our consumers.
Right.
So
You-
that's the fit right
You
there.
have recognized that, and I think that is wonderful. I mean, I remember not really thinking that way at one point in my life, and I went to a seminar for Inc. magazine, and I listened to Tony Shea, and he spoke all about that, and it was like a light bulb went off that I said, wow, there's people within the company that I just don't want involved with us, or it's, you know,
You just
bringing
don't work
everyone down, you know,
Mm-hmm.
negative Nelly, or
Yeah.
actually I had
Yeah.
employed Nelly and she wasn't
Yeah.
negative. She was great. Debbie
She's,
Downer. I was like,
wait, she's calling in now.
I loved her to
And another
death. She
thing.
moved away. Right. So that's very important. They're in the company now. They have their license. We have visitors. We have a live audience coming. Yeah, this is great. We have now this person comes on board. They are an agent. What's the next thing that they do if they're, you can't speak for other companies, but at Realty Connect?
They're going to sit with myself
Okay.
and Michael,
Okay.
either or both of us, and we're going to design for them a program to get their career
We
off the
ask
ground.
lots of questions. We need to understand.
We interview them, yep, who they are,
We want
where
to
they
know
want to
what
be.
you're about,
Yep.
what your passions
Wow.
are, what do you like, what you don't, what you're
Do you guys like
interested in.
grill them in the room, both of you? Because I'm
no.
having both on board.
It's-
by
We have a
team.
very pleasant conversation
Good.
Conversation.
that
Yes.
just gives us a good direction to help steer them in so that they are comfortable and confident in what
On
they're
board,
doing.
yeah.
You know, if you're doing something you don't like, then you're never going to be successful
No,
at it.
no.
You know, every
And you
day you're
wanna
going to
feel
go
that
home
out.
saying,
I
I'm glad
hate
I'm
this
home.
one. Yes.
You know, I really didn't have a good day
Let
today.
me
so,
give you
yeah.
an example. We have
Please.
an agent, give or take, she's about the same age as you. She calls me. She's an agent already in the company, but here's an example.
Yes.
She has a passion her
Okay.
whole life for dog rescue.
Okay.
So she calls me at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is the difference with a Realty Connect when you can just call your broker. And she said, Michael, can I talk to you? I said, I'll call you in an hour and we can talk. I get on the phone. She says, I've just been asked to speak about dog rescue tonight at 8 o'clock to about 50 people. She said, and the lady wants me to explain why I got involved, and she wants me to say, you know, that I'm in the real estate business.
Right.
She didn't want to do that.
Right.
I said, why not?
Right.
And she said, well, it's about the dog rescue. I said, you're going to talk about the dog rescue. Didn't you get into dog rescue and now you're learning as you go to people's homes
Right.
that you're helping them rescue or move their dog to somewhere else? She said, actually I am. I said, that's part of your business. I said, you're a real
It's
estate agent that's
fantastic.
actually helping these animals. She said, I never thought of it that way. I said,
You
well,
made it relevant.
it was absolutely relevant to share it that way and not self-serving,
Sure.
which is exactly what all of us do. That's your business, that's our business.
That's why we work and love each other so much.
Exactly,
Right?
because
Yeah,
it's
there
a
you go.
win-win. And so, P.S.,
Yes.
she did it.
That's
they loved
awesome.
it. She made some more contacts.
I love
and
that.
she stayed in her passion.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
what
so
we mean
important,
when
right?
we say we take the time to
Yeah.
really understand what it is you love to do.
Sure.
Interesting. I just been contacted by the Suffolk County School System to speak at
Yes.
a career
That's excellent.
seminar, and real estate was never really looked at as a, so well, let's bring him in and speak as
Now
a
it
career
is.
seminar.
Well, and you just spoke at Links.
But,
I mean,
and
to
we
the
just
young
spoke at links to the
professionals.
young
Yeah.
professionals also about
That's
real
fantastic.
estate. But now it's being seen as an excellent opportunity
Absolutely.
and a great career for people to go
Okay,
into.
so how do people get in touch with you to be a Realty Connect agent? Or at least I know you guys, and I know that you will advise them even if they don't sign on board with
No,
you
they
guys.
can go anywhere they want.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can go anywhere
We just
they
want quality
I know.
people in the industry.
Sure. Could you please tell us the number that we would expect to?
Okay, it's not going on
It's not going on the screen. We keep
Okay.
giving that like. oh, you have to press your button. You know,
Oh, you're
didn't they
in
train
charge?
you? Did Brandon teach you how to?
You're in
And
charge
we
of
need
this?
to go to the
There we
listings.
go.
Oh, there we go.
RealtyConnectsLI@gmail.com, and they can call this number still because I know that's for the show. But if they want
No,
to
they
be an
can call
agent,
that
Well,
number
that's
in.
John's
Yes, that's
number.
it, yes.
516-702-5406 if you would like to become an agent or you have any real estate
Any questions
Sure.
at all?
or of course questions that you would like to hear or us to answer on the daily. Well, not even
Sure.
me, but you.
If you're located
professionals.
anywhere in Nassau, Suffolk County on Long
Yes.
Island, we'd love to hear from you.
And our producers are advising that we get to those listings
Okay.
right now. So,
Okay.
yes, we did not get well trained in this. That is not our okay, down arrow. Okay, the listings of the week are. This is in Huntington, new listing at Juanita Avenue. Tell us about it.
Well, this is a super little house, not
Sweet.
little, I shouldn't say, but everything new, siding, windows, everything done.
Yeah, it's extended.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful house and great location. So if you have somebody, or if you're looking for a house, this is a house that currently has tenants, but if you're looking as an investor, it's a great
Okay.
house to buy, but if you're looking for a house to move into, it's also a fabulous house.
Here's one on
Fantastic.
Granny Road in Farmingville. It's 4 bedrooms. It's an expanded ranch. It's almost an acre of property.
Again, both of these are under $400,000, which we didn't see a few years
Yeah.
back.
Correct. You
I
can
love
get a
this one
great
has
house
room
now.
for an office.
Great house for that.
With another additional 3 bedrooms.
Wow.
Nice, good, beautiful hardwood floors. Looks like a big
Very
slider in the
spacious,
back.
right.
Nice home.
Port Jefferson.
Here's one, John. 12 Seacourt Lane in Port Jeff.
This
Nice.
is by
Beautiful
Sandy
house,
Bellucci. Now,
yeah.
some of these agents, have they been on a long time
This
with
is
you
high-
guys?
this
Are
is
they
in the
seasoned?
Highlands.
Yes.
Oh, she's been in the
Sandy's
business.
been in the business a long
Okay.
time. She's an excellent agent,
Top
does a terrific
producer.
job.
Can I just segue for a second? Would you suggest that anybody that wants to become an agent shadows another agent? Or
Absolutely.
Okay.
We have
Absolutely.
programs
Calls them
for
up,
that. We
that's
have mentor
great.
programs,
Once we
teams
understand
you
what
can
you like.
join.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I think we have more to cover on this subject,
Yeah,
but unfortunately
we
we
do.
don't have the time.
This is one of Sandy's. It's an end unit in the Highlands. It's not saying Highlands, but that's in the Highlands. That's a very good price. An end unit is very desirable. There's the inside. Nice floors. Well, here's one, John. You want to take this one?
In Farmingville, this is Dave Oakley. Dave Oakley is, they call him Mr. Farmingville. He has sold more
Everywhere.
houses in Farmingville than I
Really?
think than most companies, and
Right.
he's as an agent.
There's an agent that does what he
Phenomenal.
likes to
Yeah.
do.
Yep.
And
He
people
likes
love
Farmingville
him.
area.
Yeah,
He
he's
loves
terrific.
it.
He knows more facts, statistics, and information
Really?
about Farmingville, houses sold in the last 10, 12 years.
That's
If you
fantastic.
have a house in Farmingville and you want to get it sold,
Call Dave. And that's unusual now to see an agent specialize in the area, right? Because they seem to be more all over.
We do
Long
cover,
Island, but
agents do cover more territory than they used to.
yeah, that's what it seems like.
That's all.
But there are some
Right.
people that focus and
On one
concentrate on one area.
particular area.
And
Okay.
Dave happens to be one of those guys. But yeah, Dave takes listings all over
Sure,
Long
you're not
Island.
going to turn it down, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just...
Yeah, he just happens to be
tell
an
us
expert
about
in
this
that
one
town.
in Holtzville.
Good, John.
Here's a nice house in Holtzville. Kevin McCardle listed this one. Beautiful, beautiful house. Everything's being redone in this house, newly remodeled. So when you move into this house, you don't have to go to Home Depot once a week and buy paint and
Everything's
molding.
done. Oh,
It's
that's
done.
very nice.
This is going to be a brand new house to move
Beautiful.
into. This is a great, great house. So if you don't like doing work, that's the one to call on.
Well,
Okay.
here's 19 Nancy Lane in Wisconsin. It's 4 bedrooms.
Jim Manicus, another true professional.
Yeah.
Jim joined us. Jim was a stockbroker.
Really?
Who's a
And
Stockbroker.
changed careers and joined us. He's already bought some investment properties for
He
himself.
actually-
He's doing a
Using
great
that.
job.
He actually
Yeah.
went for a short moment met with us for a short moment, went to another company.
Yes, he did.
Stayed there for a blink, came to us, and he's
been here ever
absolutely
since,
exploded
yeah.
Okay.
since.
Yeah.
Great guy. Great guy.
And speaking of what we were speaking with, I just met with Jim the other day.
Yeah.
He's looking to enhance the services that he gives to his clients and customers, and we had a meeting on that and came up with some
wonderful.
great ideas, and he's implementing those
He just
ideas
keeps
already.
raising the bar
Yeah.
of what
It's
he wants to
wonderful.
do.
Sure.
Here's one on Oldwood Road in Setauket. This is
I like Amanda Eckhart, too.
Amanda is
Wonderful woman.
if you, the
Love her.
history of Amanda, at one time she was an administrator in a real estate office. She's now one of the top
So
agents in the
that's-
company.
Oh, that's excellent
And she
story.
slowly has grown
Excellent.
to where she is today. This is a beautiful home. It's in a desirable area called 40 Acres in Stony Brook.
Yeah.
Very, very nice home.
I really love the snow shots.
Look at that place. Oh my God.
Oh, there you go. Want to take this one?
Is it-
Some guy.
I don't know this guy.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
this guy.
him. Some Michael.
What's the story with this guy?
Ardolino. I get it. Okay. That's my
Okay,
partner,
so
Michael
move on from
Ardolino.
that one. It's in Setauket. It's a beautiful
It's a great house. Great
It
house.
actually
you.
really
Thank
looks
you,
like,
Notre
oh, that
Dame.
looks really good
Okay.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
We coined a new name for him.
Look at the size of this
That is
house.
incredible. Very, very
We gotta do a
Million
training
six.
class with Nostradamus.
Absolutely
prophet.
phenomenal, phenomenal house. This is a high-end house, a beautiful, beautiful property. It's like living on an estate.
Very nice.
Everything top of the line in this house.
Very, very pretty. Okay, well, those are just some of the listings that we have, and please get in touch with one of the agents that you saw if you'd like some information on Realty Connect, or of course, call the guys, right? You're
Great.
available.
We're available. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to help you if we can. And
And-
if not, we'd just like to sit down and advise you and
Well, what
help you
direction
with
to go, and if
what
it's a good
direction you
career
might go
for
in.
you.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in. You can touch base with us at thedailyblue.com, and you can respond. You can ask questions on, it's a social networking site. So please feel free to log on and ask these guys whatever you want, or to call you guys at 516
702
702
5406. You got it.
I'll never remember it. I mean, the size of my memory. Okay, thank you for joining us today with my hosts, Michael Ardolino and John Fitzgerald. I enjoyed today's show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you.
guys.